So what is up, you beautiful people? This is Jayant, and in this video, this is not just a video, this is an entire course on LinkedIn. So in this course, I'm going to break down every little thing that you need to, one, build your personal brand in LinkedIn. I'll share with you my AI resources that I've built, the templates that I've designed, and I'll also show you the exact messaging tactics which can help you to do too, which is lead generation. Okay, this is about a 2 hour long video, right? So it might take some time, but if it is a little bit too long, you can't watch it in one go. Save it, share it, maybe keep the link somewhere, download it somewhere so that you can watch it properly. Okay, now mind you, this is not the best, most high definition, high quality video that I've recorded, but it has a lot of knowledge that can absolutely change the game for you. So if you are interested in learning how to generate leads and growing your personal brand on LinkedIn, keep watching this video till the end. What is up, you beautiful people? This is Jayant, and in this course, I'll be covering how exactly to generate massive number of leads through LinkedIn. In this entire course, I'll be covering what exactly is this LinkedIn outbound system, and I'll give you a detailed walkthrough of how exactly to optimize your LinkedIn profile. I'll give you my super secret LinkedIn content strategy that will allow you to generate months of content in one sitting, how exactly to find leads on LinkedIn, the contact details and the LinkedIn profiles of your leads through various free and paid methods. I'll give you my exact outreach scripts that I have been using to generate a lot of bookings, and I have something called as something we have developed called as a two-step posting to generate massive number of leads, and I'll give you the exact step for that. Next, I'll show you how exactly to manage your replies. Once you basically send a pitch that, hey, let's get on a call, if somebody responds back, how exactly to respond back to that reply, and how exactly to book meetings from there, like a proper step-by-step approach. What are the KPIs for LinkedIn outbound? And I'll also give you a tracker to keep everything optimized. Next, I'll show you how to troubleshoot your LinkedIn campaign. How do you know that whether something you are doing is working well or not? And towards the end, this is a bonus thing. I'll show you how exactly to automate your entire LinkedIn profile. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. In the next video, I'm going to cover the overview of LinkedIn outbound. How does the whole process look like, right? Alright guys, so in this video I'll show you an overview of LinkedIn outbound. Now first things first, why is LinkedIn so good for lead generation? Well, a lot of people think that LinkedIn is just a recruitment platform where people optimize their profile, apply for jobs and get jobs or placements or whatever. But it's so much more than that. LinkedIn in itself is a very, very professional platform. And because of which, what happens is a lot of the CXO level people, business owners, even senior management, people who are in the decision making chair, they are active on LinkedIn, which is very unlikely in Instagram or YouTube or even Facebook. And it's also very difficult to target such people in an organic way or an outbound way in Instagram, Facebook, or any other social media platform, which is absolutely possible in LinkedIn. Here you can have Boolean search, you can search based on job titles, you can search based on company, their education, so many things. The whole vibe of LinkedIn is just so good that you'll get much higher quality of prospects, right? You can also use something like Sales Navigator, LinkedIn Sales Navigator, which allows you to deep dive into your prospects profile, whether they're active or not, who are their connections, so many things, right? And it basically can build a lot of value and relationship in a controlled environment. That being said, who should be using LinkedIn? If your offer is around like business professionals and corporate companies, this is going to be the best platform for you. Let's say you are selling mindset offer, leadership coaching, done for you services, sometimes even health and fitness coaching sometimes, right? For entrepreneurs and something, right? Now, people who should start with LinkedIn before any other funnel, including VSL. It's good for them. Specifically, I would say, something like done for you agency services. if you are into corporate, mid-market segment, or if your target addressable market is very professional and it's a very small time, like, let's say you're only targeting companies who have more than 1,000 employees. It's difficult to target them on Facebook alone, right? You can run ads and get them, but it's in general slightly difficult to target them, right? So which is why it's better to like get into LinkedIn and have a very targeted approach to lead generation, right? What are the advantages of using LinkedIn? You can honestly start with a very minimal budget, no ads needed. You might need some budget to buy, let's say, Sales Navigator, but that's also very optional. Although highly recommended is that you get the LinkedIn premium version. It's a good practice, and you unlock a lot of options inside LinkedIn. And I think one of the reasons why LinkedIn is a little bit better in quality is because of its paid options, which is not available everywhere else. Now, if you don't get your offer message perfect right out of the gate, you'll still be fine. You can still generate leads. Like we have a client who recently like closed 2 deals worth $1,000 each. I think one deal with $1,500, the other one is like $1,000 off LinkedIn. And he was still optimizing his offer. He just went out, started pitching to people, got 2 people on the call, closed them. Simple. You can be more targeted in a small target addressable, total addressable market, and you can bolt on other funnels and drive LinkedIn connections to VSLs, group, etc. And so many things you can do along with LinkedIn. I personally have built like a small little, kind of a personal brand on LinkedIn. Like if I can show you, right? So got myself about 7,600 followers and about 3,000, 2,500 or 3,000 connections. And this little baby keeps attracting a lot of leads. Like for example, this person, he just directly messaged me that, hey, I want to learn how to raise my prices. So, it's a beautiful, beautiful engine. And you can see like so many messages that keeps coming to me where people need my services. And you can have this sort of a system built for you as well, right? Now, that being said, how does the whole process in LinkedIn look like? Now, let me show you, right? All right. So here's a visual map of LinkedIn. I'll also link it below this particular video. Now, all in all, LinkedIn works as an outbound platform, right? So if I have to show you, so all in all, what you have to do is you have to send some DMs, some messages to your target customers to get their buy-in and eventually book meetings. So this is how it looks like in real life. So let's say you send about 500 connection requests, right? Some people will accept your connections. If not, then improve your profile, improve your messaging, and start over again. Roughly 30 to 40% people will actually accept your connections, right? Let's say 200 people out of these accept your connection request. Then obviously you'll be sending pitches to all 200 people. That's 200 messages. Now, not everyone will respond to the message, but roughly 100 people will definitely respond back to your message, which is roughly 50% of this, right? And then you pitch them. You send them a pitch saying that, hey, let's get on a call to discuss further. Now, not everyone will be interested in your pitch, right? Some leads might even show up. Some people might not even show up, but you just have to follow up. So out of this 100 people, roughly 50% might be interested in a direct pitch if the connection requests are very much targeted, right? If not, this thing can vary between anywhere from 40 to 60, right? This many discovery calls happen. Out of these, if you can book around 35 sales call, which is like 70% of this, and out of this 35, if you actually did like 5 to 7 closes, you're good to go, right? Now, this is a very, very general pathway of LinkedIn outbound. However, I suggest that it varies from niche to niche, right? You might be in a mindset niche where people might not accept a lot of connection requests. You might be in a fitness niche where people are more open. You might be in a corporate training niche where you are working with very big clients. So the number of clients itself might be less, right? So many things can happen. So, but this is a general pathway that you can follow. You can keep this in mind that this is how the numbers might look like, right? And along with that, you start creating your own pathway so that you figure out your own numbers. That's always something that we recommend, right? And we have also created something called as a LinkedIn tracker, which is a cool little Google sheet where we keep track of how many searches we did in a day, how many connection requests we sent, how many connection requests got accepted, how many messages we sent that day, how many messages we got response to, how many discovery meetings we booked, how many sales calls we booked, how many sales we made that day. And this we can keep doing on a regular basis for months on end, right? So that's about it. In the next particular video, I'll show you how exactly to optimize your LinkedIn profile for maximum conversions. So without any further ado, let's get into the next video. Hey, what is up guys? In this video, I'll show you how exactly to optimize your LinkedIn profile step by step. You see, the key to good outreach is a good LinkedIn profile. And a lot of experts also say this. Your LinkedIn profile is not just any social media profile. It's a landing page. And just like any other landing page, it should be optimized for maximum conversions. In this case, it should be optimized for building massive authority so that you can get one, inbound leads, and two, whenever you do outbound, people respond back, right? Now here I will go ahead and I'll show you my profile and I'll show you what are the key components of a profile that you need to set up so that you will have the best results so far, right? So let's start with my profile. So how do you find your profile? If you go to linkedin.com/feed and go to me and view profile, there you go. This is how the profile looks like, right? Now, this is a quick checklist that I've created. Let me just name it actually, LinkedIn profile checklist, right? Now, the first things first, the most important one is called URL optimization, which is this one. You see, my URL is really clean. It says linkedin.com/in/join party. Not every profile will be this clean, right? Let's say, for example, if I search for someone, I don't know, let's just open some, like, here you go, right? Usually profiles will have this sort of numbers, and there is nothing wrong with this. It just looks ugly, right? You would agree to me, right? Agree with me, right? So that's exactly why we just keep our profile real simple, like Chant Party. That's it. You just have to search for this guy. How do you edit this URL? All you have to do is, like, you see how this looks like. You'll see this one, public profile and URL. Just click on that, and here, personalize your URL for your profile, just edit it. Now, sometimes you may not find the exact URL because somebody else must have taken this. So in that case, you can add something like, hyphen sales, or you can add like a hyphen like this, right? Something like this you can do to create like, the profile URL to be more professional. That will be it. Create an URL that is more professional, right? Now, profiles public visibility, keep it basic, background photo, just keep it show on everything, right? Now, I'm not sure, badge is not important at all. So yeah, there we go, right? Now, next thing that is important is called banner. Now, this banner can simply be your company's name, or simply be like a picture of yours that, in my case, I spoke in front of almost like 500 people in an audience. So I think that kind of builds a lot of authority. So I added here, this one. A lot of our company, team members, they add something like, okay, Rohan has added this one. Let me see if Shashank, I think Pratham has a pretty good one. Yeah. He just added his, he just added our company's logo. That's it. Just keep it simple. Don't complicate this thing, right? You can also search, I'll show you another one. You can also do something like this. Now, this is a friend of mine, Kushi. She does this lead generation B2B. We met long back. She added her marketing message here, right? So this is also cool. So, feel free to do whatever, right? Just make sure that you don't do this. Like, she has added like this, grow your consulting, and it's getting hidden by her own profile pictures. Just remove this. Just whatever edits you want to make, just keep it on the right side of the things. There is one more, like this one. This is a pretty good profile, right? She has become even a top person branding voice. She added like helping whom and get what, and DM me growth through no more. This is a nice little call to action. We have our own e-ability client. His name is Vipul Rai. He also has a pretty good profile, right? And this guy has already hit like top LinkedIn lead generation voice, and here he has put his own marketing message. So this is also fine. Just create like a black headline, like black background, and put your marketing message. And let me show you how to build this one. Okay, now for this we use something called Canva. So you can simply go to canva.com and you pretty much build this. You can simply click on create a design and search for LinkedIn. You can go for LinkedIn background photo and keep it like super simple. I like to have a nice black background or even white background, neutral, like be as neutral as possible. Let's keep it black, right? And on top of that, I can add, give me a moment. I'll keep it aside. There we go. I'll go to text and add like headlines, like helping niche with solution in 90 days or less. That's it, right? I can keep it on the side. You can be creative, but like keep it like super simple, right? Similarly, for stock market advisor, I generate this meeting ready leads using PCS metrics. Pretty simple. So that's pretty cool. You don't need anything else. That's the banner. Profile picture, have a profile picture that looks a little bit nice. Mine is, I like it. This is my vibe, honestly. So I keep it this way. But you can go to something called as pfpmaker.com, right? And here you can simply upload a photo and it will create like a nice profile picture for you. So let me search for something. So let's see if I have any picture of mine. Okay, it's the same picture. I'll upload this one. Okay. So let's wait for this to, kind of get uploaded. I'll just remove these. All right, there we go. Pick one that you like the most. You can make background black as well. Or, what? I think we can keep it round. Let me see if I can. Nah, doesn't look good. Oh, okay. Now this looks nice. This is nice. So maybe I can make it a little bit yellowish. See, this one looks so nice. I might want to consider this. Let me see if I can make it blue. Viewability sort of blue. And I can edit this as well. It has made my picture a little bit, it has made me like black and white. I'm not sure how to fix this. I think you can edit it somewhere here. Line, shadows, filters. I don't know. I think adjust. Oh yeah, this one. Holy shit, I don't know. That must be a problem. Yeah. Right? We can go back to generator. Maybe I can edit it from here. Yeah. We can make it something like this. And obviously we can edit it. That looks like this. And background, I can change it to say blue. We can do this blue or this blue. I think this blue is nice, right? Now I can download this picture and I can upload it on LinkedIn. And I don't want to change this, honestly. It looks so nice, right? You get my point. You can simply click on add frame and add a profile picture and upload this. Simple. So keep it nice, keep it clear. Okay. Don't overthink it. have a nice little picture. Let's say, for example, we can open up some of the profiles here. These guys are pretty good. Like this one, pretty cool, right? Plain background, smiling picture. This one, pretty simple. Don't overcomplicate this stuff. Okay. Then we got the headline. Now, headline has to represent your value. You can also add like uh, your case studies. I would suggest to add your marketing message here, right? For me, I have simply written follow me to close this. Pretty much our marketing message, but uh, slight tweak. I just wrote follow me to close 10 plus high ticket clients and scale your coaching business. Simple. And with a bar, I have written $3 million in deals closed, and counting. We can open up Vipul's profile as well and see what he has written. Helping financial advisor to get high ticket appointments. So simple. Or let's say Khushi. She wrote help coaches build authority on LinkedIn. There we go. We also have, I think, Pratham. We can check his principal consultant. It says job profile, helping service provider from developing nations to sign high ticket clients across the globe through a unique ecosystem of acquisition and conversion. Talk about writing a lot of words. But there we go. Headline is nothing but your marketing message. Then comes the featured section, right? If I come here, you'll see something called, oh, there is an about as well. So about comes before featured. There we go. Now, about section, I would suggest just pretty much copy paste what I wrote. A lot of people write a lot of stories. Your about section should build a lot of authority. In my case, I simply wrote, hey, I'm Jayant. I solved two of the biggest problems any business can have. One, getting more appointments, two, getting more sales. Specifically, I help this. This is basically the marketing message. Then in a nutshell, what do I do? How do I do it? Why me? Right? Let's connect. Simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't write stories. This is fine. No, not everyone would read the about section, but whoever does, they should get an idea about what you offer in a brief amount of time, right? So next one is feature section. There is something called as feature like this. Now, feature section should have everything that builds your authority. Like, for example, my interview is Alex Hormozy. Alex Hormozy is a big figure. My picture with him definitely will build my authority. Or all of my case studies. Everyone who has given me reviews, I have added those here. So the moment they see me receiving an award, this is also one of these, right? Featured ones. So this definitely kind of builds your authority that, okay, this is a guy, he hangs out with Alex Hormozy, has a lot of clients endorsing him, so people trust me, right? Then we got past experience. There is content part, which will come to later. Past experience, you can write about the kind of jobs that we were in. You can write all the companies that have run. You can write about your company a little bit here. You can write a little bit of a description here, and you can add as much details to this experience as possible, right? You can add your education. If you have been a volunteer somewhere, you can add that. If you are using a certain skill, you can add that as well, right? Skills. Next is recommendations. Now, recommendations this should be the clients, or you can ask your friends to give you a recommendation. This basically, helps you get a lot of credibility. When somebody comes here and they see other people are giving you reviews, it basically builds your authority, right? So that's about it. This is a pretty simple tutorial on building the profile page. Now, there is one final thing, which is like verifying your profile with your government ID. Now, having a government ID verification allows your profile to appear more credible. I mean, of course, it's more credible, right? So, and you can use a lot of LinkedIn's features. Normally, let's say if you don't have an ID verified account and you send a lot of connection requests, what happens is it has a slight chance that it might, suspend you. I have been suspended a lot of times. So coming from experience that, you need a ID verification. Now, how exactly to do that? Simply go to this me thing here and go to settings and privacy. Open this one up. You can then go to something called as verification. There we go. And that is it. See, you can add your ID verifications here. You can also manage your email addresses and verify them. But primarily, this is really important. I have uploaded my Aadhaar card to get it verified, and you can use anything, driving license, Aadhaar card, whatever, if you are in India, to verify your LinkedIn profile. This will make your profile very, very strong, right? So that's it. This is a simple guide to optimize your LinkedIn profile to its best. Now, bonus points, if you can, please, if you have a little bit of funds, I don't know how much they charge, but take LinkedIn Premium. Let me just quickly search. I have Sales Navigator, honestly, but I would 100%, suggest you to get like a LinkedIn Premium account. This will allow you to use a lot of features. Plus, when you are a LinkedIn's paying customer, it's highly unlikely that they'll ever ban you or suspend you. And after I have been paying LinkedIn for whatever Sales Navigator and stuff, it has never banned me or anything, right? And also, without the free version, it will limit the amount of results that you get in search. It will limit the amount of connection requests you can send. It will limit the amount of groups you can join. Free versions has a lot of limits. It doesn't mean that you will not get clients, but it helps you leverage LinkedIn in a much better way if you have premium, right? And you don't need Sales Navigator as of now. I mean, if you're into it, if you can afford it, awesome. But I suggest getting LinkedIn Premium, totally optional, but it's a good option to have. Not sure how much they charge though, but I think it's some 1,000 rupees odd a month. Okay, I have Sales Navigator, that's why it doesn't show up, but you can go ahead and check it out, right? So that's about it. In the next video, I'll show you how exactly to plan out a LinkedIn content strategy so that you can attract not only organic leads from LinkedIn, but also in future, nurture the leads that you're already getting on LinkedIn. So it increases the likelihood of you talking to the customer and getting some call bookings. So that's exactly what we'll be learning in the next videos. What is up, guys? In the last video, we understood how exactly to build a good LinkedIn profile that will attract customers, right? Now, in this particular video, I'll show you how exactly to build a content strategy, because content is the backbone of LinkedIn outbound. You see, you can have a bland profile which is barely optimized, and you can start reaching out to people and you can still get results. But when you have content, like for example, if I show you my own LinkedIn, right? When you have content, it provides a lot of meat to your profile. For example, if I come here, I have a lot of content that is already here. I post every single day, right? And what this does is like builds a lot of credibility for my profile, because it shows that I'm a genuine human being. So how exactly to draft a content plan, or how exactly to start posting content, right? So first things first, we'll learn about the content plan here, which is what I do and what works best for me, and you can pretty much copy paste this, right? And if you feel like your target audience is active on, let's say, Saturday, Sundays, and less on any other day, you can obviously change things. But I post 5 days a week, and this is in general a good enough place to post. You can also post on weekends as well. There is nothing stopping you. I just don't do it. I tested that during Saturdays and Sundays. My audience is usually not very active on LinkedIn, right? So I don't post. But if you realize that your audience is active on LinkedIn on Saturdays and Sundays, please feel free to post on those days as well, right? Typically every Monday I do like a case study post, and every Friday I kind of alternate between something called as a two-step post / value post. Now, what are value posts? These are some knowledgeable posts regarding your industry, some advice that you want to give to people, or some case studies that you want to share. All of these are like value posts. Like for example, if I share, I spoke about focus today, right? I spoke about, hey, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I own 5 businesses. A lot of people are narcissistic as such. They own so many businesses. It sounds great on paper, but it's just ego stroking, right? And if you really want to build a big business, then focus. And I have worked with two companies, one making $1 million annually, another making $10 million annually, both focused on just one product. And that's the knowledge that I wanted to share with people, right? Now, that's exactly what I mean by value. Some knowledge, advice, actionable stuff, case studies. Case studies, you can put it on Monday, your own case studies. If you want to bring in industry case studies, you can post on any other day, right? And every Friday, I used to post two-step, but nowadays I kind of merge two-step with case study. You can like play around with that. Like for example, here I ask people to go ahead and drop a certain comment so that we can book a call. Now, what exactly is a two-step post? So what happens is, one of the best ways to generate leads on LinkedIn is through something called as a two-step post. A two-step post is when we are sharing some sort of a lead magnet, if that makes sense, to our people who are following us, who are commenting on our post. And we tell them that, hey, after reading this post, do this action and I'll give you that free content, that free link, free consultation or whatever. Ideally, nowadays what I'm doing is I'm adding a two-step post after every case study. Now, if you don't have a lot of case studies, I'll also show you some examples of two-step posts that I have posted without case studies, right? So here's how it goes, right? One of our clients, Pravansh, closed almost like 5-6 lakhs rupees in like less than 90 days. So here I worked on his case study. I talked about his case study that, hey, Pravansh closed more than 5 lakhs worth of deals in less than 90 days without a complex funnel, without running ads, without doing webinars or workshops, with a good sales process. And then one of our team member, who is Pratham Sharma, developed the sales process called Slosh 2.0 that has worked with so many businesses and so many niches. And here's the thing, here's come the value part. You don't need, no matter how great of a marketing system, you won't make it work unless you have a good sales process. So instead of looking for a cool new marketing system, see, I got a lead right now. Focus on learning sales. And I know it might look so complicated, but doing it all by yourself, that is why you need a third person perspective when you are closing deals, which is why I'm offering a one-on-one consultation call with my team. You see how I position my consultation call as like a need of their business, right? They cannot judge their own sales call. They need a third person to come in and take a look at the process, which is why we are offering this. We'll study your marketing system, we'll observe your sales process, and we'll give you a 90-day pathway on how you can achieve results like Pravansh. But we'll only work with certain type of people. If you want access, drop a comment saying access and I'll DM it to you. A lot of people dropped this comment and I started DMing them. We booked like 5 meetings off one post in a single day, right? That's the beauty of a two-step post. Right? I'll show you more examples. Like this one was with a case study. I have more two-step posts without case studies. Let me just find those ones. The ones out. This one again with a case study. Let me. Just hold on for a minute. This one. So I was conducting a workshop, so I promoted it here, right? I'm revealing my entire sales process today in a 3-hour workshop. And then personal case study if you have. This helped me close over $3 million in sales and counting. And in this workshop, I'll reveal everything. So I kind of created like a small video of a document. And I said, hey, repost and comment workshop. So 4 people reposted, 27 people commented, and I generated a ton of leads, right? I'll give you even more of such examples. It's been a while. Right. Poster syndrome. Quick hack. Right. Not sure where I posted about this. I have a picture. I post like very regularly, but there are so many. Okay, so this is one more. So I was recording a VSL for a client and I said, hey, cooking a fire VSL for a client. These are one of the most efficient ways to get leads and sales. To be specific, we do blah blah blah, and we work on a performance basis. And what do you guys think? Do you know any coach or consultant who might need a DFI service like this? Connect with me. So a lot of people commented on that. Not many, but we definitely got like some 3-4 leads of this. This was one more. I recently took a lecture for a group of young aspiring entrepreneurs, though it was not targeted very well, but it was a 2-step post. And I said like all these people had this doubt, so I created like a document sharing how you can make your first 1 lakh per month. So comment access. This was one more. No, not this one. This one. I'm planning to give away my main sales script for free. This exact sales script allowed us to close over 41 lakhs from a single product. Again, personal case study. I'm conducting 3-day workshop. Do you want access? Give it to me. Like, write something here. So I probably need to do one more post about this. I'll keep it ready. I will also show you one more. I gave the exact same script to 2 guys. No, I have not written that one. So many of these. Cold outreach. Nah, can't find another. I think I have one, but I don't know where. This one. You can earn at least 50k to 1 lakh per month if you just know how to close deals. All you need is a computer. So this one was without a case study. All you need is a computer and an internet connection and a high value skill. In my experience, that skill is sales. Unfortunately, most people don't know how to become a remote closer. So, you can say you can do X, and if you just knew this, Y. All you need is Z and a A. In my experience, that is B. Unfortunately, most people don't know how to become C. Hence, I've created this document, this training, your VSL, whatever. Do you want access? Comment the word below and share this post on a feed. I'll share it on your DMs. A lot of people comments, 129 comments of this, right? So these were a couple of 2-step posts that I used to get a lot of clients earlier. It was a little bit chaotic. Almost every day I would post something like that. But I realized if you keep asking for leads, then the leads dry up. So nowadays, every 5th day I'm posting like a 2-step post, kind of is merging with Monday. And then every other day I'm posting value. Now, if you are someone who always has like a difficult time in creating a lot of content, what I've done is I have studied over 1,000 viral LinkedIn and Twitter posts, and I've created a lot of these social media template. In fact, I created like 61 so far. I want to get it to 101, but so far it's 61. I have studied these and I've created like a template out of this, right? And you can pretty much use the same template while writing your post. I'll show you as well. Now, this templates will only work if you have good topics or good ideas, right? Now, how exactly to generate ideas? Well, we use ChatGPT. So how exactly to do that? Let me show you. We'll go to chatgpt.com and we will basically copy this whole thing. It's a big one, right? It's a big big prompt because I want it to be that specific. For some reason, when I post this whole prompt, it works better. So here, you can write like, I'm a high ticket coach and I help coaches and marketing agencies in India to raise their prices, sell high ticket with our homegrown sales process and a unique marketing system that includes paid ads, content, and cold outreach. Right now, I can write down columns. What are the overarching some 5-6 topics that I talk about? I can talk about high ticket, why raise prices, why / how to / when. Second, we can talk about sales. I can say high ticket sales. We can talk about cold emails, LinkedIn outbound or outreach, social media lead generation, paid ads lead generation. I can go specific, Facebook ads lead generation. I can put 7. We can talk about Facebook ads. I think that's what I know the most. Alright, there we are. We can talk about video sales letters. We can talk about copywriting. These are so many topics that we can talk about, right? Now keep everything else similar and hit enter. Ideally use ChatGPT 4o. It's a much better tool for this. Now it will give you like a table. It's a nice little table. So what it does, basically, I'll show you. Every big high level topic, it will break down into 12 columns. It can give you like actionable insight, like how to raise prices if it was high ticket, how my client raised their prices, how to raise your prices step by step, why you shouldn't be charging low ticket, 7 observations after serving 1300 plus clients and helping them charge high ticket versus low ticket, high tickets in 2024 and before, list of books to read if you want to sell high ticket. You can say, here's how we sold 1300 clients high ticket. Lessons learned after selling, lessons learned about selling high tickets deals, benefits of selling high ticket, reasons why you should move into high ticket, mistakes, 7 mistakes to avoid if you want to raise your prices, all those, right? So it gets you like all these topics. I think it's still under processing, but what I'll do is I will copy this whole thing. I think it's still going on. It's doing the mistakes part. Let me see. I think mistakes was the last one. Yeah. Okay. So I'll copy this and I'll create a new sheet. Okay. Now I'll paste all of this here. Now let's say we copy the first topic. Okay. Now we'll go to the new tab and we'll ask, I want to write a LinkedIn post on the topic this, right? Use the following format, and here you can go to one of the social media format framework, and let's say this is good, beginner topic tip, beginner high ticket tip, something like that, right? And like ask ChatGPT to give you that particular thing. Beginner tip on how raising your prices without losing client. Be clear. This doesn't look very good. Let me just find a good one. We can talk about this, right? I can edit this and feel free to expand on the idea. Don't write more than 8 words per sentence. Otherwise it becomes like, it makes things too long, honestly. Okay, not bad. And obviously you can edit a little bit and add things here. We can also take, this is a good one. How about this template? There we go. Show your unique value, expand. There we go. I can go down to beyond 30. I have stolen from a creator. There way. And it gives you more content ideas. There you go. Right? Obviously, you can like add more. You can ask, expand or add more meat to the last template, please. Okay, so a little bit more, and obviously you can edit things a little bit and start posting. Now this is one way, and the idea here is that for the first 6 months, do not expect a lot of leads organically from content. For the first 6 months, this content will be used for lead nurturing. When you are sending out connection requests, when you're sending out pitches and everything, sales pitches. This content will help you nurture the leads. After 6 months, I mean, honestly, within 6 months or even beyond 6 months, you'll start seeing a lot of organic leads from the content itself, right? And another thing that I wanted to share is that no matter how many templates you use, nothing will beat the depth of knowledge that you have. For example, no one will ever beat the depth of knowledge that I have when it comes to creating good products. Okay? Because I have been doing that all my life, or sales, I have been doing that a lot of my life, or this is the whole knowledge that I have gathered after working with so many companies, that you need to have focus on one product if you really want to make a big company. This is an insight that I cannot templatize. It comes out of your own expertise. So if you're starting from blank paper, then these templates can help. Now, if you want to put more steroids to lead generation, then I have a cool tool for you. This tool is called EasyGen. Now let me show you how this one works. Okay. Now all you have to do is pretty much add this to Chrome. There you go. Right. And I will do this. Here it will ask you to, here it will ask you for an email ID. So I'll put my email ID. Okay, create account. I'm so sorry. Register. Okay. Now it will send me like an email. This is the one. I'll paste it and I'll register. There we go. Now it will start like an onboarding thing. Now what would you like to share on LinkedIn? So let's say I want to talk about, personally, I want to talk about case studies, educational content, maybe thought leadership. Continue. Why am I posting on LinkedIn? Definitely building a personal brand, generating leads, recruiting talent, learning new skills, sharing professional expertise. For me, pretty much this is the most important one. What is my writing style? I'm definitely not formal. I'm witty, authoritative, casual, conversational, a little bit educational, persuasive, not very analytical, honestly. I am everything but formal and inspirational, and I think this will come on its own. Okay? But yeah, right? Tell us more about what's my industry. My industry is coaching. Yeah, you can also pick anything that works. Otherwise, you can put your industry here. Doesn't matter. If you are into health and fitness, just put that. Next, what's my job description? I think I'm a manager, not a developer. Okay, it's more like product development. That'll be like an ideal one. Okay. Next, I want to post my own content here to fine tune EasyGen for my lingo, my style of writing. So this is a pretty good thing to post. I'll just copy this part and come back here. I have to do this all over again, is it? Educational content, case studies, continue, right, generating leads, researching competitors, recruiting talent, and everything apart from the first two. I'm not very inspirational, I don't think so. Coaching is definitely my market. Continue. This one is not very important. I'll just go with the manager thing. Here I'll post my whole thing and finish. Now this will fine tune my LinkedIn posts based on my style. Okay? It's a free tool. If you want to get into the paid version, I think they charge like some $60 a month or $59 a month, I think. Now, what you can do is, now that this thing is installed already, you can start finding some competitors, potential competitors of yours, right? Or even you can go for your old posts. I think I had an old post that I wanted to, talk about. Okay, this is something that I can say. This is the old post, and you can pretty much copy paste from any competitor. Let me just go ahead and put it on EasyGen. Create a post. They give you like a lot of topics, but don't worry about these. Just go to your topic and paste whatever your competitors have written. Now click on generate post. Now EasyGen will reiterate the whole thing based on this, right? See? So genuine interest, share relevant insights, follow up thoughtfully, be consistent, build long-term relationships. There we go, right? Now I can maybe search for somebody like, Jeremy Miner, because he talks about sales a lot. Let's say I want to post about sales. I can go here and, okay, this is good. This is awesome. I love this one. So let's copy this and I'll go back to generate. And what I can do is, there we go. There we go. We got this. So they have, it has all, pretty much copy pasted the headline from here. I can obviously edit this a little bit because it will sound too plagiarized, right? Want to become better at sales, follow Chant. I can tag myself, right? They don't complain. They follow a framework. Sound human. They talk to people, not robot. They build trust by genuine. They don't complain. I can remove this one. Sound human. They follow a framework like sloshed framework. Tonality, disarm we can remove because it's very Jeremy Miner-ish. Right, tonality, successful thing. 3. This is 4. This is 5. There we go. Right. Now either you can decide to add like an image, or you can just go here and schedule it for the next date. Right. Let me see. My posts are scheduled for the next Friday, so which is 19th. Monday will be a case study day, so let's post it on Tuesday, 9 a.m. in the morning. There we go. So easy, right? You can steal other people's content ethically. Obviously change things a little bit. This is how long it takes. So if you sit on one Sunday, you can literally fill up your entire month, right? This is the beauty of it. Now there is another way that I want to show you before I leave. You can go to YouTube. So that is a plugin that I use first. Okay, there is something called as glass.co, and it's a pretty good plugin. You can add to Chrome. I already have this one here. What it does is it transcribes a lot of YouTube videos. So let's say 3 agencies that will never fail. Nice. Okay, this is pretty cool. I'm going to show you 3 different. So he talks about the 3 agencies that will never fail, 3 niches or whatever. I think that's a cool thing that I can copy. Let me see if, okay. You see this glass extension, it will give you like a transcript of that particular video. I copy this. I go back to my EasyGen, back to generate. I'll create a post, topic, paste it. Boom. Now it will create a nice little LinkedIn post of a YouTube video, right? So let's do this. Let's read this. 3 steps to never fail. Okay. We can write 90% marketing agencies fail within their first year, or let's say never make it to the second year. Here are 3 steps to never fail in the agency space. Master copywriting. Copywriting is the key to sales. Learning basics. Cold outbound. Outreach. Okay, I can write a little bit. Outreach. Reach and referrals have always been the backbone of B2B services. They'll never go out of fashion. Of your choice. Send 100 cold emails a day. We can copy this, send 30 LinkedIn connections a day. Offer services on a pay-per-call or a monthly retainer basis. Offer services. Pitch your offer. Boom. Database management is gold. To Excel, regularly send email, to texting, to track which message yields the best result. We can talk about this, like everything that gets tracked gets improved. Boom, right? Looks so nice now, right? To build, something happened here. Give me a moment. So let's say to build, if you want to build a successful agency, follow Chant. I just asked them to follow. Very little, very small call to action. This is how I get a lot of followers on LinkedIn as well, right? Now let's post it on next Wednesday, right? So Monday post, I don't schedule. I just post it one day before. But the value posts, obviously, I can share, right? Now you can do the same thing, right? Literally, like I just got 2 posts ready in like 5 minutes while explaining to you. If you want to do it yourself, I think it'll be even faster. You can use this tool or you can use these templates, anything, totally up to you, right? But post a lot of content. If your job is to just schedule the entire week's worth of content, just sit once and create all of this together and, get set, go. That's it, right? In the next video, I'll show you how exactly to send outreach messages. Now that the content part is built, the strategy is built, you start posting a lot of content. After about like a week or so of posting regular content, I would want you to start reaching out to people and what exact messages to use, how to pitch your services and product. All of this is something that I'll cover in the next video. Thank you very much. What is up, guys? In this video, I'll show you how exactly to start your outreach campaigns finally on LinkedIn, right? So this video will have 2 parts, or this section will have 2 parts. Part 1 will be like finding leads and like different lead sources of LinkedIn. And in the next video, I'll show you my exact appointment generation scripts that you can use to book meetings. All right. So let's get started with the video. First things first, how exactly to find leads? And before we actually send leads, we need to find them, right? And there are multiple sources of actually finding leads for yourself. And the first one, and my most favorite one, is called LinkedIn Boolean Search, right? How does this look like? So you simply go to LinkedIn, okay, linkedin.com/feed or whatever, right? And here you can do a blank search. Like just hit enter when you go to the search thing. Now here, simply go to people results. And this is particularly for free users, right? Here you can click on filters, that's it. And you can search for your target audience through this, right? Let's say if they follow a certain creator, I don't know, if they follow somebody like, not sure who is a good creator of coaches. Let's say they follow Alex Hormozy. There we go. We can even search for them, right? or their connections of another connection. I think this is fairly new. Let me see. Yeah, it'll show like if they're a connection of another one of my connection, but that's not very important. I'll show what's more important, right? Just go to all filters. What you can do is you can search based on their industry. Let's say I want to only target people in the hospitals and healthcare domain. That's my offer. Example, right? I'll simply click on add industry and search for hospitals and healthcare, and I can also search for hospitals. There you go. Like let me see if I have something called medical practices, alternative medicine. I don't need equipment manufacturing. We don't need this. Let's be on. Let's just keep these, right? Let's say I want people from, I don't know, we can go for Bhubaneswar. Let's see how many people we get. Right, there we go. I live in Bhubaneswar, that's why. And then here we can use the title. So the owner of such an institution will probably call them chairman. And here the Boolean search comes. So if you want people to have two different titles, chairman and CEO, then you can simply put chairman and CEO. However, that narrows down your search a lot. So if you don't want this, if you want chairman or CEO or the owner, whatever designation they give themselves, you can simply use capital R and put like a space. Again, capital R, founder, capital R, owner, capital R, chief executive officer, and capital R, we can search for director. We'll call it managing director, right? That's probably right. And then show results. There you go. So I got what 223 results. That's a small area. Now I can expand a little bit more. Let's say I only select the whole Odisha. Since I live there, I can search for this. Because 223 is a pretty small number. But okay, the entire Odisha is about 5. Let's just call it Karnataka, or let's say Bangalore. Bangalore will have probably Bengaluru is what they call, right? So let's say we go there and we got like 3. Oh, okay, now this is good. We got like 3,600 results, right? Now we got Modern Family Doctor, Pinnacle Family Dentistry, Cosmetology and Implant Center. You see, we got beauty stores as well. Let me see if we can reduce the numbers. If we remove this and we only keep hospitals, let's see what we get. Oh damn, we got only 4. Let's look for hospitals and healthcare both. Then we'll have to filter out this list a little bit, right? But anywho, we got this list of leads. So all I have to do is start connecting with them. Simple, right? I'll show you how exactly to connect. Don't get too excited and start sending connection requests, all right? So this is one of them. Now next one is called LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Now this is a paid version. If you are subscribed to Sales Navigator, you will get a lot more options. Let me show you how this looks like in the backend. Now this is how the Sales Navigator backend looks like. Okay. Now there is something called as home, where you get like a lot of alert of people who have viewed my profile and everything. And accounts, you'll get what kind of company that I've saved. This is my last company, so I can just delete this one. Not a problem. And then in leads, you can search for leads, and messaging, you can search for what messaging we have used to send people some resources or connection, whatever, right? So here you can simply go to lead filters. So in this particular space, I'll just keep it here. In this particular space, lead basically contains information about a particular person. Account, here you'll get information about a particular company. So if I want to learn about a company's if they are in Fortune 500 and I only want to talk to these guys, you can search for this company, save them in a separate list and bring them to the leads list. That's a lot of work. I just honestly go to lead, and it's the easiest one to follow. Now let's find out the same target audience in this particular thing. So in leads, you can simply go for industry, and we go for, we got chiropractors as well, so that's good. Optometrists, let's see, dentists. Okay, we got more. Let's just keep it to hospitals and healthcare, because I don't know why this keeps happening. this issue. I think we can even go narrow even here. Let me see if I can find, let's say, dentists. Oh, hey, we got more. Optometrists. Let's go to cardio. Okay. Onco. Okay, we don't get a lot. Let's see if we get a lot of these. Okay, it did not increase. So, yeah, cool. That's fine. So, we got industry, health, hospitals, and healthcare. Geography. It's called personal geography. So, the person itself is from Bengaluru. There we go. We can also search based on headquarter. If the company is in Bengaluru, if the company is in Bengaluru and the person is in Bengaluru, then we can reach out to them. And here we can go for the job title, which is like CEO. We can go for owner. We can go for co-owner as well if we need that. Go founder. Yeah, there we go. We got owner. We'll call managing director. That's another one. Did we miss anything else? Let me just chairman. All right, we call for chairman to the board. Chairperson of the board. Chairperson of the board. There we go. Let me see if chairman is there. We don't get this. Okay, cool. So there we go. We got about 1,000 results for this. Right? Not bad. And now we can even start talking to these. We can even save it to a list and start reaching out to these guys. Right? So that's another way to reach out to people in LinkedIn. So you can do DM. We can even send a connection request like this. Totally up to you. Next, let's go to apollo.io. So a lot of times we use like third-party tools to find out data, because sometimes saving it, downloading this whole list is a little bit clunky. So in return, what I do is I go to something called as apollo.io to start finding data. All right. So I have another tab. So we talked about Apollo. So Apollo, we can simply go to this website. Apollo.io. It's a pretty good place to find data. It's a pretty popular place as well. And here you can go to pricing and you can check like what kind of pricing would suit you. I personally am in this particular plan, which allows me a lot of 10,000 database. I think, okay, they're also giving like email credits here as well. So good. You can pick the one that is good for you. You can even use like the free version where they give unlimited email credit, and which is basically like 10,000 per month per account. Let me see. I think they allow you to send 10,000 emails per account, but not sure if they allow you to get like 10,000 emails. I don't know how many database they'll allow you, but you can use the free version to like really get some data out. I have a pro version though, professional version, that is the best one to like purchase if you are looking to purchase. But Apollo in its backend will look something like this. Right? Search, data enrichment, a lot of stuff. We don't need a lot of stuff, honestly. We can simply go to search. Okay. And here we can simply go to something like industry and keywords. We want hospitals. Okay, we don't have hospitals separately. We got hospitals and healthcare. There we go. And here, let's say we want to target Bengaluru. There we go. So there is contact and account HQ. That means account matlab the company itself is in Bengaluru, right? We can search for that. There we go. And now we can go to job titles and start searching for, let's say, CEO. We can go for chief executive officer. We can go for founder and co-founder. We can go for that. We can go for owner. We can go to co-owner. There we go. We can also go to managing director. There you go. So what, we got like 675 data, but good thing is here you can get their direct LinkedIn profile as well, right? So Ajay right now. and you can download this whole data and start an outreach campaign of your own. So this is a good one. You can simply click here, select all people. At least it allows me to select all the people and export the whole data. So that's another way to extract a lot of contact details. If you still don't have a lot of ideas to like reach out to people, if you're still facing a lot of issues of data, then I have something called as the Google search method, which will give you way more data than Apollo as well. So here you just have to go to google.com. There we go. And here we simply use something called as a Google Boolean search. In fact, you know what? You don't even need to go to Google. You simply need to go to this tool called recruitin.net. Okay, I'll link this one here. I can through recruitin.net. Now here you can search for any specific geography, and let me see if it doesn't show Bengaluru. We can go to India, and we can go for job title, let's say CEO, or we can go for founder, or we can go for owner, whatever, right? You can pretty much find the kind of data that you want, and here in locations or keyword, you can search for the exact keywords that you want. Let's say hospital, right? That's fun. It doesn't allow us the city-wise filtering. Otherwise, it would have been fun. But chalo, theek hai, no problem. We'll go with this one. We'll click on find the right people on LinkedIn. Open in Google. Now, basically, it gives you this Google search query that you can copy and paste on Google to find all these people who are directors and CEOs of hospitals. And what you can do is you can just copy everything. Oh my God, there is a lot of this search query. You can go to this first. Let me see if I can. Let's go to the tools, advanced search. There is to be a no, give me a moment. Not sure where exactly the option was. There is to be an option where you can control the number of searches that you get in a particular page. But anyways, what we can do is we can just copy the whole thing. We can go to ChatGPT. We can ask, hey, give me or extract names, phone number, don't have phone number, LinkedIn profile, and designation of people from the following database. Just do that, and then it will basically give you like, oh, okay. You know what? Wait. I did a mistake. I can say represent the data in a tabular format. There we go. Boom. There we go. Now you can download this data as well, right? So they are giving you LinkedIn profiles. So good for you. Now this is the final one that we use. Now, how do we DM them? One is obviously find their profile and DM them, right? There we go. Oops. So in.linkedin.com, you know what? I think now it should work. Yeah, I think the URL structure is not very good. But yeah, so the structure looks something like this. linkedin.com/in/the name. One thing, you can directly connect. When you click on connect, you can add a note, and I'll tell you what exactly to add in a note. This is one. I don't want to connect. Second one is obviously, so this is called direct connection. You just go to their profile, hit direct connection. Second one is through InMail with Sales Navigator, which is like, let's say if I search, oops, I should not have saved. There is something called View in Sales Navigator. Okay. So let's say I use Sales Navigator to find the profile. It looks something like this. And from here itself, I can direct DM. I think there are some limits to the direct DMs that I can send. But nevertheless, we can definitely look at this. Okay. Third one is groups. So LinkedIn groups are one of the best ways to find clients, by the way, especially if you have a premium profile. Hence, I recommend. So if you just do a blank search and search for, let's say, hospital, that's it. And here we go to groups. Then we got hospital administration and healthcare executive, international hospital, all those hospital infection control. We probably won't get exactly like the owners here, but there is a good chance that we might find them. For example, let's say we go to the person profile. Sometimes we might find what groups they follow. No, they don't follow any groups. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe for this niche, this is not great. But let's say we look for roofers in United States. We can go for this, and you might find some groups, catering to roofers. We don't have a lot of groups. Let's say hit or miss. Let's say we go for Bengaluru groups. All right, Salesforce developer group Bangalore International Airport. We can search for entrepreneurs. We can search for this. We can find a lot of groups catering to them. Just pick the ones that have the most traffic. Like I'm a part of something called as the Indus Entrepreneurs. This is a Bangalore-based group, and here you get a lot of people who are in the, who might be a target audience. So if you just search for founder, you'll always find like this co-founders here. The problem here is with a general group like this, you won't get like niche members. But if you get like a niche groups, let's say law of attraction, you'll probably get a lot of, let me go to LinkedIn. You'll probably get a lot of good groups where people believe in law of attraction and they have joined these, right? There we go. So many members. And if you have an offer which is about law of attraction, these groups can be a game changer. If you go for architects and find groups around them, there we go. UK interior designers and house architects. We can reach out to these guys, right? So these are different avenues of talking to members. And benefit of being in a group is like you can directly DM them. You don't even need to send them a connection request. But it's a good thing to invite connections like this. You can just click, and you can send invite connection requests in bulk, especially when you're starting on. And because you guys are a part of similar group, more people will accept the connection request. So it's a good thing. But mind you, don't send too many connection requests at once. Maybe send 10 a day like this. But not too much. And when you are sending messages to people, maybe keep it to less than 5 a day or 10 a day, right? Just so that we don't hit LinkedIn ceiling, because LinkedIn is a little bit notorious to block a lot of accounts and suspend them, because when they see you are trying to spam, right, then they'll be a little bit they'll be aware, and they'll become little bit strict with your account. A lot of people can't send more than 5 proper connection requests a day. That also happens. So in order to not hit its limits, we kind of send very less messages, right? So that's about it. What I'll do is in the next session, I'll show you my exact appointment setting scripts that books us a lot of meetings, and I'll also show you how exactly to generate leads from 2-step posts. So without any further ado, let's go to the next video. Alright, so what is up guys? In this video, I'll share with you my exact appointment setting scripts that book at least 10 to 20 high ticket meetings every month, right? Now, here's the thing. Here's how the whole process of LinkedIn thing works, right? You go ahead and find your target customer, right? So let me find a target customer for myself, right? Let me just search for coach, right? Not here. I'll just go here and search for a coach. Oops, give me a moment. Coach. Are? I'll just do a blank search again. And let's go here. And let me just find uh, right? Let me show results. This is very, very random. All right, so let's say we got ICF mentor, which is like anti-burnout coach. This is fantastic, right? I like this. Nimma coach as in your coach. I think she's from Bangalore. Yeah, exactly. So what I'll do is, I can ping him, and it would look something like, hi Sunil, I don't know, just came across your page, curious about your anti-burnout coaching. Can I ask you a quick question? This is the way I send my first message, right? Why this question? Where it gives me a lot of responses, right? And if I show you my own dashboard, give me a moment. This is the platform that I'm using to track all of my activities on LinkedIn and kind of, do everything. I'll show you, tell you more about that in the bonus course. Let's say we talk about this one. We did almost like 35% people accepted this, and 54% people replied back to my message, right? To that connection message. Not bad, right? So, when I talk about that, it definitely fetches a lot of good response. So we are just saying, hey, just found this, or you can talk about curious about this if you're doing it manually. Can I ask you a quick question? It ends with a question, right? And then we do the pitch. Every pitch has 3 parts. The reason why you are reaching out, and then the marketing message. If you have a case study or benefit, then a soft call to action, right? So let's say I pitched to somebody, which actually didn't go very well, and I want to come like this, okay? There we go. And I'll be like, there you go. The reason I reached out, Dr. Rajesh, or I didn't send him any message, so this one. Okay, I pitched this guy, but it says I'm focused on content creation, but not focused on getting more clients. Got it. I can simply ask, what niche do you serve, though? I can still have a little bit of chat. Yuvraj, I'm getting started with performance marketing using this. Okay, can connect again. Okay, nice. Okay, there you go. I actually pitched him. Got no money to spend on this. Need higher ticket clients to pay you. I don't get it. Maybe this guy is like offended or something. Okay, we are sending this pitch, and this is what we'll send. Let's say the reason I reached out, Dr. Tripti, is that we help coaches like you to charge high ticket for your services and build a funnel that brings in appointments on an automated basis. We have helped over 1,600 clients in this space so far. Do you think we can talk more about it? Pretty simple. There we go. That's the pitch. So send a pitch like that. And either it can be with a case study. If you have a lot of case study, you can add something like this. We recently helped XYZ with ABC results. Do you think we can talk more about it? Pretty simple, right? Second one, if you don't have a case study, it's pretty much the same, right? Which is like, the reason I reached out, Jayant, is because we help marketers like you to get high ticket clients in whatever time frame. It basically helps you with benefits. You can add some benefit. It basically helps you with getting some clients on autopilot and scale faster in your business. Do you think we can talk more about this? If you don't have a case studies, of course, you'll get less results. That's there. If you have, you can even make it better. If you have a relevant case study in template number 1, it's even better. If you don't, just add like a big number. That's fine. If you are working in a tough market, which is like very competitive market, and if you have a market that is like, what can I say? Like it's the service is competitive, the niche is competitive. What should you do? In that particular case, I suggest sending a Loom video Now I'll create a separate tutorial video around it on how exactly to send Loom videos to get like good results. But technically it looks something like this. Just like the reason I reached out to you, Jayant, is because we help the niche with blah blah blah. It basically helps you with benefit 1, benefit 2. Can I send you a Loom video explaining about our services so that we can find some synergy? So you're saying, hey, we're gonna pitch you, definitely, but can I send a Loom video showing our services? Here I can show a lot of case studies. I can, show our results and everything, and it definitely increases the likelihood of us booking a lot of calls, right? And template number 4, if you are in a sort of a life coaching B2C space where you cannot directly pitch them. For example, if somebody looks fat, you cannot say, hey, you look fat, right? So you can say the reason I reached out Gems is because we help busy entrepreneurs lose a lot of belly fat in less than 90 days. And it basically helps you get those results by working less than 4 hours a week. Do you know anyone who needs help with this? This is the indirect pitch method, which gets a lot of results as well. So you have to kind of do this in a little bit of volume. As you can see, like there was a guy who directly sent me his booking link. So I can go here and book a call with him, right? So that's definitely there. And another way to get all these bookings is called through a two-step post. Now I'll explain more about the two-step post in the next video. But for now, these are the proven templates that we are using. And obviously, as we go on, I'll keep adding more templates so that you can keep stealing them and keep using them, right? I hope this helped. Let's move on to the next video where I'll cover something about the two-step posts and how I'm generating bookings through this, right? Thank you very much. Yo, what is up, beautiful people? In this video, I'll show you how exactly to generate leads from a two-step post. And I'll show you some examples. In one of the last videos, I think during the content strategy video, I showed you about how to write a two-step post. And right now I'm creating like a library of two-step posts that I'll add as a bonus for you to watch later, right? However, in case you do a lot of two-step posts, I'll show you how exactly to book meetings. Now, I'll give you an example. This is something that I do. I pull out some of my best case studies and I post them every Monday, and I pitch that, hey, I can help you with blah, blah, blah. Drop a comment saying this and I'll DM the access to you. And a lot of people definitely ask for access. For example, today I got a message from somebody named Abhijit Raut, right? And I can connect with him as well. Hey, thanks for the comment. Abhijit, bye. Jai Jagannath. I write this because this is the Oriya title. I think that'll be a pretty cool one. And let's send a message. There we go. Right? And this guy is into nutrition and everything. We'll definitely, go ahead and reply back. Now, once he books a call, he has commented here because here I pitched them that, hey, I'll give you this 90-day pathway and I'm offering like a 1-hour consultation, comment access, and I'll DM it to you. So it's pretty simple. We go ahead and comment access and ask people to book a call. Like for example, with this guy as well. Okay, did you book the call yet? I can ask this, right? Now, one thing is this, but second thing is, let's say you have a LinkedIn two-step post where you are sharing a lot of content sort of a thing, right? For example, I'll show you a booked meeting one, right? So let's say something Raj Gopal, something like that. Let me just open this guy. We booked a meeting with this person where he came from a similar LinkedIn two-step post where I said, hey, I'll share with you the LinkedIn Game Plan 2.0, where I have a lot of scripts and everything that you can use. Then here you have to kind of change the strategy a little bit, right? So you ask people that, hey, can I send you? Then you send this to their DM, and you can either put something like this or maybe either just directly paste, hey, thanks for the comment. Here's the LinkedIn Game Plan doc with all the templates. There we go, right? People say thanks for sharing. Because we share some value in the first place, we go ahead and ask something about the profession or something like, what do you do? Are you doing freelancing or what? Right? We do a little bit of chit chat. Here I kind of ask the same quick question thing, and I get straight into the problem, which is like, since you asked for this guide, what really made you interested in ebook and or training? Or if you are sending a training, you can make it training. If you are sending an ebook, then make it an ebook. If it is a guide, send them a guide. Whatever. Just get into the problem. Here I just ask like, hey, this is it. And I kind of started chit-chatting a little bit. I simply hit on the pain point, which is like, why don't you look for more clients? Here I said, what made you interested in the training? These are problem defining questions. By asking this question, we get a lot of problems. So let's say here they say we send a mindset guide, a mental models guide, right? And they said, hey, I'm working on my mindset, hence I was interested. Gotcha, dude. So what challenges are you facing mindset wise that you are trying to improve? And we try to get some challenges out. And how long have you been facing the challenge? Just basically, we are going deeper into every single one of these. Here I'm doing the same thing. Damn, that's tough. What are you doing to fix it? Right? And then we pitch this. By the way, we work with marketing agencies, freelancers, blah, blah, blah. Can chat about that. Oh shit, I did not send him a booking link yet. I can send him now. Not a problem. And here we do the pitch. By the way, we help the target audience with desired result without pain points. I was wondering if you'd be open to hopping on a quick 10 to 15 minute call next week to go over it. Happy to share insights and understand better about your scenario. Let me know what you think. Something like that, right? By the way, we work with marketing freelancers and agencies, help them scale beyond 5 to 10 lakhs monthly revenue. Let me know if that becomes a priority. Can chat about how we can help. Simple. And then I used to use this in US appointment settings. So I used to ask them for the time zones. This is the exact script that I used to use. But you can simply send like a link or something like that. Cool, man. What's your best phone number? I think this is a good call to action. The reason why I ask for a phone number, we can change it a little bit, is because in India, people speak over phone more than they book a call on Calendly. And when you speak on the phone, you can qualify them and then basically, book like a meeting. Not a problem. So that's like the best way to go over it, and basically then call them, do a discovery session on phone, right? And basically invite for the sales call, right? Slightly tweaking the message so that it works for the Indian market, right? And that's pretty much it. And it will book a lot of meetings. Like for example, I got 6 meetings, right? Okay, I got one more message here. The same guy replied back saying 2-step. He's reading the case studies. He seems like, oh hey, he replied back. Boom, there we go. I think we can book a meeting right now. It's exciting. Right when I'm, right when I'm recording this call. This is beautiful. Hope he becomes a client and watches the video as well. Manifesting this, right here we got what, 1 2 3 4 5 6. I didn't send it to this person because there is no profile picture and all. It looks weird. So at least 6 calls, right? And you can book a lot of meetings just like this along with outreach. So you do outreach, on top of that you do 2-step post, and you generate a lot of bookings. Simple, right? Now that's about it. This is how you generate phone numbers and a lot of interest and a lot of leads. But once you get a response, how exactly to manage your replies, how exactly to turn it into a booking or a phone call, all of those, I'll cover that in the next video. So let's get into the next video. What is up, you beautiful people? In this video, I'll show you how exactly to manage replies, right? What happens is whenever we are trying to book a lot of calls, we get a lot of responses and we don't always know how exactly to manage these responses, right? So I'll give you some thumb rules, some objections to follow, some templates to use if your prospect ghosts you in this particular section, just in case it helps you book more meetings, right? Because reply management, because once a reply comes, the faster you respond back, the faster you book meetings. So that's the thumb rule with reply management. Fast always wins. Now, what to do in case of positive replies, what to do in case of negative replies, we'll talk about that, right? All right. So first things first, Let's handle some positive replies. You see, anything that's not negative is a positive. Even if they say not sure, because whatever they say, I'm not sure this is the right fit. You can pivot the whole thing to say, hey, can we get on a phone call to discuss whether it's the right thing? If it is not the right fit, I can refer you to somebody that can actually help you, right? That's the way you have to kind of pivot the conversation, right? No matter what you get, if it's not negative, you ask for a call right away. Preferably ask for the phone number so that you can get on a discovery call on the phone and get it done. Second one is, this is the typical scenario. You do a pitch and then you can say, let's get this meeting Friday 2 p.m. Then I can say something like, hey, I have a free resources to send you away too. Can I get your WhatsApp number? And on the WhatsApp number, you can send some case studies, some sales assets, some videos, VSLs, your wish, right? Next, scenario number 2, pitch, right? And then prospect response positively, great, what can I call you? So here in this particular case, you can drop like a Calendly link. In this particular case, where can I call you? Can I have your phone number? Like I just showed you here, right? Next, negative replies, right? So when you get like negative replies, I'm not interested, then you just ignore it. Don't engage with them in any circumstance. Not interested. I have a objection handler for this. If you want to use that, you can use that. But I've seen that doesn't work that well, honestly. And you can skip that part, right? In the next part, I'll show you. If the prospect ghosts you, if they don't respond back, basically, then in that case, you can use any one of this template. Like, still with me? Thoughts on this? Let me know. Message after feels like I'm, we can send something like, feels like I'm talking to a wall, lol. This is for more friendly sort of a conversation. Bumping this. These are like, kind of bump messages so that they can reply back to you. Then we have something called as handling objections. So typically you'll get 3 types of objection, which is like, what's the cost? No, thank you. Again, this is not interested wala objection, negative one. Try to ignore them, but if you don't want to, then you can use this. Honestly, I have not seen a lot of response, but some people might revert back, right? So some people say, okay, what's the cost of a program? We say, so, honestly, I can't offer you anything that you don't need. You have a couple of different options. Are you against having a conversation first to see this would even make sense first? This is how you handle it, right? No, thank you. I get it. Can I ask you one last thing before I let you go? They might say yes. Then you can say, are you not interested right now because you're not looking to buy anything, or are you not interested because you can't handle some extra clients? Again, the reason I asked that, because it was for a B2B offer that I was pitching. You can say, are you not interested because you're not looking to buy anything, or are you not interested because you guys can't handle the extra benefit, right? That's the way I pitch to know what state they are in. If I know for sure that they can't handle extra clients, their biggest challenge is their operations, then I'll probably not pitch them clients, right? But let's say you're pitching for a mindset sort of offer, a B2C offer, a fitness offer. Somebody's not interested. We can ask like, hey, are you not interested in this, or do you not have anyone in your network who needs this sort of help, right? So something like that. Usually when you're doing like a B2C offer and you're doing this indirect pitch, this one, what happens is you usually get like a positive reply. Very rarely you'll get a negative reply, right? Third one is like, send me some samples, send me more information, send me an email, right? Then we say, I would love to, but now too many times. So this is something that I do. Now we have too many things to share that might be a waste of both of our times. However, would you be open to a quick 10 minutes call so that I can send the right info to you so that this can be productive for both of us? Let me put a question mark, right? Now this way we can still have a chance to book a call, right? And you can have more objections as well, but typically I have seen these 3 types of objections that keep coming, and we can handle those pretty easily. So that's about it. In the next video, I'll share some bonus tips to automate your entire LinkedIn, at least automate the first touch point so that you can start the conversations from there. All right. See you in the next video. Hey, what is up, you beautiful people? We have covered a lot of stuff in this whole, LinkedIn course. And I know a lot of things can be like really overwhelming. Especially what I've seen is when I talk to people, sending that first message is always the most difficult task for majority of the people, right? It's exactly why what we have done is I have figured out a way to automate your entire LinkedIn so that you can go ahead and at least start outreach with the minimum effort possible. Now, obviously, this is going to be a paid tool that we'll be using, okay? And I'll be showing you how exactly this can be done. And if you're low on budget, feel free to do the free way, because literally everything above this particular video, what I've covered, is the free method. But if you are constrained in terms of time, but you can invest a little bit of money. By money, I think it won't go beyond like some 5,000-6,000 rupees a month. That's pretty much it. That's the investment. Like, even if you hire an intern, it will cost more than that, right? So here I'll show you how I automate my LinkedIn, what are my stats, and then I will show you how you can do it too, right? So without any further ado, let's get into the video. Now, obviously, we are using some tools that that we are using to like kind of automate our LinkedIn. So the recommended tool is heyreach.io. Sales Navigator is honestly optional. You can do without Sales Navigator as well. Now, first, let me show you my stats. All right, so this is the tool that I'm using. I'm not sure it's loading. Okay, now it's loading. Yeah, and this is a pretty cool tool. The name of the tool is heyreach.io, right? And you can like automate your LinkedIn to the best extent. And honestly, I've tried a lot of tools here. Oh, by the way, they have added the stats as well nowadays. All right, this is not bad, right? So this is a pretty cool tool to like automate your LinkedIn. A lot of influencers of LinkedIn have used this particular tool to automate their LinkedIn outreach process. And I'll show you what exactly I have done, right? What are my stats as compared to these guys? So here is my account. I'll just log in. And I'll also show you how exactly to create a new account. Don't worry. It's a little bit of a process. Now, let me show you my account. Okay. Now, overall, I got like 22% connection acceptance rate, which is way less than what you have seen in this particular course. Right? That's because I was testing a lot of things. But in the recent campaign, I think it's a pretty fair number. Again, I'm testing a lot of messages, but still I got like 37% acceptance rate. But 54% people are replying back to our messages. So like I've sent only 165 people and 31 people have responded back saying either yes or no. And touch wood, I have gotten more interests than negatives. And out of this, I have already booked, I think, 2 calls out of this, right? I think more than that. With both the campaigns, more than like 5 calls I have booked already in less than a month, right? So here in this particular section, you'll see my LinkedIn account. But more importantly, I want to show you the automation campaign. This is the coolest part of it, right? Now, this is how it looks. Now, obviously, I'm targeting life and fitness coaches in the country, right? This is how the workflow looks like. Now, you see, this mimics the human behavior, when it comes to LinkedIn. How do you send somebody a connection request? You first view their profile, right? So this, once your profile is connected with this tool, it first views your prospect's profile. And 1 hour later, it will send them a connection message. So I'm testing 3 different messages. Message B is like blank connection request. I have not seen, it's not sending anything. Okay. But message 1 is pretty much this. Hey, first name, I see that you're in the coaching space. Can I ask you a quick question? Like I told you, the first message, right? Message C is, Jayan, this is the second time your profile appeared on my feed. Let's connect. By the way, I'm a little curious about your coaching work. Can I ask you a quick question? So they have split tested this. I think this is the one that is giving me the most response, if I show you, right? Now, there are 2 ways here. Either people will accept it or they will not accept it. If they don't accept, next day it will like view their profile. Next day it will follow them. Next day it will like their post and try to like their post again and then end the campaign. Right? If they have accepted it, after an hour, it will send them this message. The reason I reached out, Jayant, is that we help coaches like you to charge high ticket for your services, build a funnel that brings in appointment on an automated basis. We have helped this is the social proof, 1,600 clients in this space so far. Do you think we can talk more about it? Right? Now, this is exactly what we are using to like send the message. And I'm getting a lot of responses to that as well. Now, if they don't respond, then there is a bump, which is simply like first name, let me know. It's like Jayant, let me know. the ghosting message, if you remember in the last, last ones. Now, then in 3 days, they still don't reply back. It sends, Jayant, I have recorded a video showing how our systems and processes work, enabling you to raise your prices by at least 7x. Should I send it over? Again, I'm sending a lead magnet, which is a video. I'll basically send them our VSL video. That's about it, right? Now, this is how this whole process looks like. Now, let me show you how this one looks like in the field. Like, let me open up my LinkedIn, right? As you can see, it will, okay, it doesn't show like, if I go to my connections, yeah, a lot of people are getting connected all on autopilot. I've not sent a single connection request on my own, right? Now here you can see, there we go. First one, sent a pitch. Second one, I have sent a pitch. Let's say Ekta. She actually sent me her number. That's awesome. This one, she's like, are you from Uability? Yes, Neha. Neha. Are you in the community too? Let me ask, right? Oh, I made a mistake. It's fine, not a problem. Fat finger typing. Now here I can like take this forward. Like for example, Vijayata shared like she's not interested. It's cool, not a problem. Okay. Okay, great. I am testing a LinkedIn automation tool. So you probably received the message. Glad to have you in the community. All right. Vijayata says she doesn't want the service. Mohana said she doesn't want the service either. But we got Ekta who wanted the service, right? And I think we have more people here. I need to like talk, right? So this is about it. This is how it looks like in real life. Now I will show you how to set up a whole Hey Reach campaign and everything in a fresh new account, right? Let's get started into that. Now I'm logging into my wife's account. Oh my god, there is an issue here. Okay, okay, we'll fix that. Not a problem. So she doesn't have the Hey Reach account, so I'll set up the whole automation system in her account. Obviously I'll not turn it on because she's not reaching out, right? It'll put me in a quirky place. But yeah, so let's go to heyreach.io. She doesn't have Sales Navigator, I think, if I'm not she has really, I had no idea. But yeah, I'll just click here, start for free. All right. And here we can add a email ID. I'll just quickly add the email ID and password and click here and come back. Okay. All right, here we go. So it's asking for the LinkedIn email address. So I'll just quickly add this. And I'm honestly not sure if this is the same LinkedIn password. Let me just quickly get it. I'll pause this again. All right. Let me connect. Oh, I hope this is the right one. I'll install the Chrome extension. I think, it's not taking my whole username, passwords and everything. All right, there we go. I'll just let me see if it connects quickly. Oh, nice. There we go. Right, I think I'll just refresh that, see if it takes in. Oh, okay, nice. We got logged in. Great. So we'll call it Neha company. I don't have a company though. I'll just click continue. Okay, track and improve only Hey Reach. I want to generate leads for myself. and only one. Take me to the account. Let's see. Right? Invite your team. We want to skip for now. Okay, this is a blank HeyReach account. This is fantastic, right? Now here, if you come to the LinkedIn account, you'll see the account that is connected, right? Perfect. Now here we can go to prospects and companies. Now if you have a list of prospects, you can obviously add them. Now if you don't have a list of prospects, then we can add here, right? Now they can add list of prospects from search bar, sales navigator. They can even do from LinkedIn recruiter. They can even add LinkedIn group members if you want to send messages to LinkedIn group members. You can also find LinkedIn attendees. Let's say, for example, if I do a blank search and I can search for events, and maybe we can search for, okay, there we go. We got like Meta for business, engage, inform, entertain, influence, sell, like Instagram for business. Okay, these guys. So a lot of attendees here, right? So we can join one of these and ask people, basically start pinging these guys. Okay, hey, thanks for joining such. Are you interested in Facebook ads? Blah, blah, blah. That is one. We can also look for LinkedIn post reactors. Like if people are responding back to your post or they are, liking or commenting, we can even reach out to those guys, right? Now, for now, I want to reach out to people in a search bar. So let's go here. Let's do a blank search, like a dummy search. Let's say we go here and let's go to all filters. And who should we take? I like cars. So let's look for automobile. Oh my God. Okay. Car. Vehicle. No, these are all retail, art dealers, automotive. Okay, I don't think we have anything like that. Okay, let's look for something like hospitals. I think hospitals was an example that we used earlier as well. Hospitals, there we go. And in India, obviously, and we want pretty much English, and title will go for founder or CEO or chief executive officer, or we can go for managing director or chairman or chairman to the board. I can just, I think this is fine. Let's go for this. There we go. Now you see there is a search thing. It has pretty much taken every single keyword that I wanted, right? Now there are a lot of people. I'm not sure if it will take in 28,000 of these guys. So what I can do is instead of India, I can go for, let's say, I don't know, Odisha. Let's hope we get enough people in Odisha. I think Odisha is an untapped market, honestly. Okay, that's a very small percentage. Let's do Bengaluru. I like to keep my results within like 1,000 to 2,000. This is fine. The reason why I do this is because anyways in a month you can't send more than 1,000 requests. That's like the upper limit, right? So there is no point searching for too many databases. Rather, it's better to be like really specific. We can even do like second degree connections if you want, but she doesn't have a lot of, connections. So I'll skip this for now, but we want the search URL, right? So LinkedIn search bar, I'll continue. We'll say like hospitals and health care CEO, founders, or we can say decision makers, right? Selects account. We want this. Here is the search URL that I wanted, right? Now let's start importing. Now it will take some time. Okay, you can skip this completely. It will take some time, and once it finishes, I'll show you what to do in terms of campaign. In fact, we can actually start a campaign while this is going on, right? So here in this My Network, it will show your own network. We don't need this one. We need to go to campaigns. So here we'll start a new campaign. So here, let's say we start hospitals and healthcare campaign, let's say, right? I try to segment my campaigns based on the niche. Oh shit, okay, it's still loading, right? I think it needs, you know what, I'll duplicate this tab and see what's the progress. I'll wait for it to finish, honestly. Okay, it has imported like 132. Let's wait for it to finish and then I'll start the campaign. I'm rushing in too much, honestly. All right, we got 30% already. I think we'll get there very fast, right? All right, we are here. For some reason, it only got us 619 prospect. Still not bad. Let's still, get into it and let's start the campaign. Regardless, right? So let's go to the campaign, and all right, it's already on. Here we'll select the list. I think it's still populating. Okay. We don't want an exclude list, but tick everything here. So basically, we are excluding people that we have messaged already. Exclude already messaged prospects from the selected account. Exclude all already messaged prospects if we have multiple accounts and everything. Exclude first degree connections from the selected accounts. Exclude first connections from all accounts, because in this tool we can have multiple LinkedIn accounts. Then we got exclude prospects with no profile pictures as well. This removes a lot of spammy accounts. And then we go to account settings. So this is the one that we want. See, normally you can do 40 connections a day, but I do not recommend this. Okay. I would suggest you to do maximum of 25 to begin with. This is like a safe limit. In fact, I would suggest do like 15 a day if you're starting out, and then slowly, like after a week, you raise it to 20. Then after a week, you raise it to 25. Then after like 2 weeks or so, raise it to 30 and 33. Cap it at 33, because that itself is like almost 1,000 messages a month is what you're sending. So save the settings, and here you can go to the working hours. I mean, this is fine. 9 to 19, this is fine, but I want time zone to be somewhere around this. This is near to our time zone, like plus 5:30, right? Now let's get into the sequence, right? Now we want the tool to behave like a human being, right? So what do we want first? We want it to first see somebody's profile. You can also use templates. Let me show you the templates as well, just in case. You can do some warm up. It sends connection request, accepted, and that's it. It doesn't send anything else. If there are some followers that are following our company, it sends a connection request to them. If people are engaging with our post, it does something like that. We don't need any of this, honestly. I'll just show you my method. It works the best. First, we want to view our prospect's profile, right? Whoever is our prospect. Then we'll wait for minimum of 1 hour, okay? And then we'll add a connection request, right? And like I mentioned, right, we got, we got the connection request, this one. Just found out company name. Hello, these are like hospital people, so instead of name, we can say first name. Just found out about company. Or we can do the one that is working for me. This is the second time I found your profile. Well, curious about, we can add like company. Where is the company? Company. Can I ask you a quick question, right? And then here I can change. So fallback is if any of these variables are missing, then what should we send, right? Hi, I'm Neha. And we can just say on this profile, hi, I'm Neha. I help hospitals and clinics to build, let's say, to build their digital presence. That sounds very generic. To build appointment booking systems that enables your customers. Oh no, this will be a direct pitch, right? Hi, I'm Neha. I recently came across your profile. You know, God, no, that doesn't sound really good. You know what? I'll just change this. Instead of the first name, we can say hi. Hi, this is the second time I found your profile. I'm curious about your work at the hospital, we can say. Hospital? Can I ask you a quick question? Or you work in the medical field. In the medical field. This will be good. So you see, if let's say somebody's company name is not mentioned, ideally they should be, that's why they appeared on the search, but in case this is not mentioned, right? So this can be sent to them. So this is why we call it a fallback. In case we can't add variables, we add these, right? So we'll make it safe. Now again, what we can do is like, we can first do this part of the equation. If they do not accept our connection request, we can view their profile, like this. And then 1 day later, we can follow them. 1 day later, we can like a post. And I think that's pretty much it. I won't go beyond that, right? Here, if they accepted the profile, we can go ahead and send the message. And here we can say first name and then the rest, which is the reason I reached out first name. Okay, so let's say we go here. The reason I reached out first name is because, okay, give me a minute, some error here. Yeah, here we'll add the first name. Is because I work with hospitals to build a robust appointment generation system that not only brings more patients but also organizes them for the ease of communication, right? And here I don't have a case study. My wife doesn't, for sure. I think we can talk more about this, right? So I think this is fine. And here in the fallback, I'll just change if the first name is not there, but first name is usually there, right? This is a very rough pitch. Please don't judge me on this, but I just wanted to show you the demo of how it looks. Now let's click on save, and let's say they don't respond, right? We'll send one more message. Oh, by the way, if they don't respond within 3 days, so we'll add like 3 days of delay, because following up every day won't good. First name, any thoughts on this? That's it. And here we'll write just any thoughts on this. There we go, right? And there we go. Send message. This ends, and then we'll add one more. Which is like, I have prepared a quick video explaining about my services. Can I send it over? Let's see, right? Here I can do this. Simple. Our messaging is ready. Now we'll just click on continue. Now the moment I press this launch campaign, this campaign will start, right? I don't want to do that because I wanted to show you a demo of how this tool worked. So there you go. But as you can see, it's a pretty easy tool to build and set up. And once you do this, it keeps on running on autopilot pretty much forever, and you keep on getting leads. At least the most difficult part of this whole system will get organized, right? So, if you want to do this, I'm more than happy to provide you the link. The link of this particular tool will be below this particular video, and you can use this tutorial to set up the whole campaign, the whole LinkedIn campaign on automation. So thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next tutorial. LinkedIn is a gold mine of getting clients. I know it because I book almost 20 to 30 meetings just from LinkedIn for my sales team. Problem, however, is that creating content on LinkedIn, scheduling it, reaching out to prospects manually is a hell lot of a task. Which is why last weekend I was thinking, what should I do to put this whole thing on automation so that it does not burn me out? And then I came up with this whole 11-part prompt that will help you put your LinkedIn in autopilot mode. I mean, technically a semi-autopilot mode, but it'll reduce a lot of your work. Now, this particular video is divided into 4 parts. Part 1 is audience research. For a beginner who does not know who their audience is, this might really be helpful. Part 2 is content creation, where we actually go ahead and create content. Part 3 is lead generation, where we go ahead and generate leads, the outage scripts and everything. Part 4 is profile optimization. Now, this is just the preliminary thing where we'll be using ChatGPT. And after that, once this is done, we'll be using a separate tool called AimFox to actually put our LinkedIn lead generation on steroids, right? That's what I have been using. I'll show you the results as well. Cool. So let's go to our trusty little ChatGPT, right? And then we'll copy the first prompt. And this prompt is useful if you do not know your audience. So I'll just copy this. Let's say I do Facebook ads, and I want to get businesses in, let's say, India to hire me. What are some of the common and top high paying industries, common characteristics of this industry, high purchasing power? I would like skip this one. This I wrote it for a B2B client. They should have the budget, they should have the need, massive and urgent pain. It should be a growing market, and it should be easy to target in LinkedIn, right? Now let it give me some industries. It says real estate, healthcare, education. All right, cool. Coaching businesses. I can say I want to work with coaches. Oh wow, it really went like completely bonkers. Now let me do coaches. I want to work with coaches. I would say describe a detail by a persona for this target audience, including demographic. I would say mind coaches. I want to work with mind coaches because I have a lot of case studies in this particular field. I have worked with yoga coaches as well. So this definitely help. So demographics, predominantly male and female, slightly skewed towards females, income level 5 to 15 lakhs per year. Actually, right, not bad. Now there is an optional prompt here which says, can you go specifics into the problem? So let it write a lot of problems. I want problems. I don't want peace. All right. Now prompt number 3 basically says, hey, what could be a great lead magnet to deliver that would provide instant value to them? The lead magnet can be a resource, a small service that I can do for free, an audit report, a video that I can send. Value equals to solves one specific problem, which is part of a bigger problem that I'm solving. Bigger problems I'm solving for this niche. You can pick a problem from above, right? So here we'll check what are some of the big problems. So we can send them a resource, which is like 5-step Facebook ad profitability checklist. This might be good. Mini ad performance audit, Facebook ad money leaks audit. So that helps you create like a good, lead magnet that you can send to prospects, right? Next, content creation. All right, we'll go to prompt number 4 at this point. So for this persona, come up with a LinkedIn strategy to target, to create content that can attract target audience specifically to my profile. To its whole magic, figure out. It says I gotta do profile optimization, and then about section we talk to mind coaches, content strategy. Let it run. Let it use its own brain. Then we'll use my brain. Right. The reason why I do this because this will train the AI to know that I am using it to create a whole plan, and then the next prompts basically becomes more relevant and they give better results. I tried without prompt number 4. The results were better with prompt 4. Right. Then prompt number 5, lovely. Can you create content table with weekdays in columns and some viral worthy topics that will trigger emotions on the row so that I can start preparing content? Give me 30 days worth of topic, divide them into 5 content pillars that I can post from Monday through Friday. Each day I need to teach my customers something new and crazy in their fields and solve their problems. Or say specific problems. And one of the days I should build my authority. So then we'll basically get like a content calendar technically, right? But it's a very specific kind of content calendar. Pain awareness Monday, educational value Tuesday, case studies proof Wednesday, behind the scenes Thursday, personal branding on Friday. Fantastic. We're good. Now, this is my money prompt that will help you create all these. Basically, this prompt says, lovely, can you create a piece of content for me on this topic? Start with the hook, then I define the hook. A hook is a scroll stopping line that grabs the attention of my audience and makes them so interested that they can't help but click on the see more button. It can be a controversial truth or a negative statement or a shocking fact. Now, quickly deliver on the hook by explaining why you wrote that. Next, write bullet point body, deliver value. Write in a decreasing order of characters in each bullet point or in an increasing order. Select one. Finally, end with a CTA asking people to comment on the post. Make sure that you use a combination of super short sentences, less than 3 words, short sentences, 3 to 6 words, medium sentences, 6 to 10 words, and long sentences, more than 10 words. It should read like music. Assume that you are writing for an audience for whom English is not a native language. Don't break the content or add headlines. It's a simple social media post. Do not use emojis. The prompt that gives you the best kind of results, right? So let's say we pick this one, why most coaches fail at Facebook ads and burn their cash. So we'll go ahead and paste the topic here and hit enter. All right, nice. Perfect. I love this one. I think that little bit of change of how many words you want to use is good. Now let's copy this. Now this is not very readable, right? So what you can do is you can use this particular link to make this much more readable for LinkedIn. It's called the LinkedIn text formatter by authored.com. It's a really, really good uh, way to format LinkedIn posts. So what you can do is you can copy the post that GPT has written, come back here, paste it, and see there are like this is a list. And what you can do is you can use like this. Sounds familiar. Here's how to fix it. Narrow your audience, speak to one person. Now we have a post ready. I would rather edit this a little bit. Here's why most coaches fail, right? So now you can see exactly where the more button comes in. It's a little bit of changes that you might need to do. Now click on more. Now copy this side of things, not this side of things, right? So you can copy this. The reason why I select this side is because I'll tell you this. So maybe if I want to add bullet points, then bullet points actually come here. And if you copy this side, the bullet point don't actually get copied and transferred to LinkedIn later. What you can do is you can copy this whole post, go to your LinkedIn, and basically, right now, here what we'll do is we'll click on this schedule for later button. So I'll schedule it for 18th of February. It's Tuesday and I post at 9 a.m. So I'll do 9 a.m. and next and hit schedule. I do not add any images. I don't do any fancy stuff, though images do help you get more reach. But honestly, guys, at this point, I'm just optimizing for my time. How can I just put my LinkedIn on such automation that I do not have to look at this again and again, right? That's the whole point of doing this exercise. Now, if you want to be a little bit fancy, you can create individual images for all of this, and that's okay. I don't prefer it at the moment because the whole point is consistency over perfection, and that's exactly what we'll be aiming for, right? It creates such a good post at this point, but only content is not going to give you any customers. What you need to do is you need to start generating leads. So that's where the next prompt comes in, which is prompt number 7. What I would ideally suggest is like keep doing this prompt number 6 over and over and over again so that you can have at least 2 weeks worth of content, which is like 10 pieces of content ready for you. Cool. Now, prompt number 7. Here's what we'll do. All right. Now, what filter should I use in LinkedIn free search to find decision maker and the influencer? The best part about this prompt that it will give you like a Boolean search that you can copy and paste into LinkedIn. So I honestly don't edit it directly. I'll go to like a blank document and paste it there and just maybe remove these quotation. This is like this quotations, right? And honestly, we can just skip this part for my target audience. Just copy this, go to LinkedIn, and just hit in the search button. Now it will give you a lot of profiles of all these business coaches. Go to people at this point, right? There you go. You'll get all the life coaches and mind coaches, everything right here. What I'll do is, if I have to be more specific, I'll just go with mind coaches, honestly. Like, I don't need to do anything else. Just put mind coach. And maybe what you can do is you can select like India, just so that you can target Indian coaches, because that is my target audience. If you are in your country, want to target people in your country, well, you can do that. Do the changes yourself, right? That's awesome. It also gives you some step-by-step filters that you can use, right? You can use terms like these. You can focus on locations like this. I think you pretty much get it, right? So that's about it. Next, prompt number 8, it says, amazing, thanks. How should I reach out to them so that I don't come across as needy, yet they should see me as an expert who can help them? Give me an outreach plan. Again, this is just to train GPT on creating an outreach plan. Let it run whatever it wants to, because it might give some good ideas. It gives like, okay, mutual value approach, content appreciation approach, pain point approach, right? So this is decent. But the next prompt is again another money prompt just for outreach, right? So I'll just copy this whole thing. This is my template that works like crazy, right? It basically, I put my whole template that helps me get a lot of client. Can you come up with a personalized outreach script flow for my niche that doesn't come across as desperate or needy? Ideally, here is my framework. Message 0, personalized connection request, is a bit general. I have to look at the profile, find a common ground, and CTA is let's connect. After they accept the connection request, message 1 is an intriguing compliment. Message 2 is pain probing. Message 3 is pitch. And if yes, great. If no, not a problem. Feel free to reach out, right? So just copy this whole thing once again. And here it says, act like you're an expert. Don't say thanks and all. It comes across as needy. And even when you're complimenting, don't say I admire or I love. Say it's interesting, it's nice, good, and then immediately pull back from the compliment. Avoid being too formal, but not too informal either. Come up with some short and to the point messages to send to the prospect. Make sure that you write like how people normally write to their friends in WhatsApp. In fact, I suggest you to write like you talk. Avoid talks like yo, bro, cool, no Gen Z slangs, please. So GPT has a habit of doing this. So just put this and it will give you like the whole outreach flow. You see how this one series of prompt is giving you like everything that you need. First one says, hi, saw your profile and noticed you work with specific project. Just look at their profile. Looks like you're doing some solid work in mind coaching. Let's connect. Then look at the recent post or case study. It's good to see coaches addressing these challenges. What has been your main focus lately? Pain probing. Good to know. Many coaches we work with face challenges when it comes to this. How do you tackle this at your end? So this is how you probe them. We say, many coaches I work with, they face challenges when it comes to scaling their program with ads. How do you tackle this at your end? When they say, I don't run ads, then say, great, are you looking to run ads? Let's talk. Right? This is the pitch. It's like, Jayant, we help coaches like you to get a steady flow of high ticket clients without wasting money on ads that don't convert, using a simple ad strategy that focuses on results, not guesswork. Should we explore if this can fit into your growth plans? See, it's so simple, right? It is not a very pushy message. It's very, it's like, what you can say, it's like, you can it's very non-pushy, like it doesn't feel salesy. If they say yes, put this message. If they say no, put this message, and there we go, we are really good to go. Now this is just the outreach part. So what I'll do is I'll just copy and keep it safe in a separate document. So let's say I paste it here. Next, what I'll do is, if you are looking to optimize your profile, these two prompts will absolutely help. So in optimizing profiles, there are a lot of things at play which I've covered in a separate video that you can watch, which would include the URL, your headline, your profile picture, your the banner here, about section, and your posts, all of this, and your career, your recommendations, all of this. These are like really important when it comes to optimizing profiles. So I'm not going to go deeper into that. There are two key elements which you need to pretty much optimize with ChatGPT, which is first the LinkedIn headline and second the about section, right? So I'll copy this and paste it on ChatGPT and say, hey, now please help me with a cool LinkedIn headline in 7 words that can attract target audience. This headline will appear below my name and profile in a post, so it's absolutely important that it attracts my target audience. Helping persona get specific result in X days through unique mechanism. Helping mind coaches get high ticket clients in 30 days using profitable ads. There you go. It's pretty cool, right? In my case, it's slightly different because, well, I talk about AI and I talk about business and AI, lead gen, sales, automation, whatnot, right? Now, prompt number 11 is the about section, which gives you a nice little description on what to put on your about section. It says, attention mind coaches, if you have been struggling with getting high ticket clients without burning cash on Facebook ads, you have come to the right place. Here's what I do. I help you attract this, which actually convert, optimize your ad strategy, build a system that brings consistent clients every month. Here's how I do it. 3 points. Here's my guarantee. If I don't get you this, you don't pay. Want to get started, send me a connection request. Do not over explain your about section, right? Keep your about section really, really simple. In my case, like, hey, I'm Jayant. I solved the two of the biggest problem any business can have. Getting more appointments, getting more sales. Specifically, I do this, what I do, how I do it, why me. Simple, right? So there we go. We have every single type of content that you need for your LinkedIn ready with ChatGPT. Isn't that great, right? Now, now that we have created this outreach flow, we need to start reaching out to people, right? So to automate the whole outreach system, I use this tool called as aimfox.com. Aimfox is a recently launched tool. I think it's pretty good in terms of price as well. It does not cost a bomb as opposed to a lot of the tools that are available out there. You can do like this whole free forever plan as well. I don't think they have automations here. The automation only comes in this particular plan, which is like $39 a month, which is also pretty decent, I would say, right? So I'll log into my profile and I'll show you some of the results that I have got. It's like a proper system where I have sent like 173 profile views. It first views the person profile. It has sent 90 connection requests. 33 of them has accepted, which is like a little more than 30%. Uh, 32 messages I have sent to them, and 8 people have replied back to me positively, negatively. I think out of 90, I have gotten like 3 or 4 positive replies last week, which is like pretty decent. And then those turn into meetings, right? And you can handle your inbox from here. You can talk to the prospects that you're talking to. I don't know why it's taking some time, but yeah, it pretty much shows up here. But more importantly, I'll show you how do you put this whole thing on autopilot. So what you need to do is click on campaigns here and create campaign here. You can do like a search campaign for yourself. Click next. Let's do mind coaches. And let's say we target 50 people, or like, I don't know, I'll just do 10 people to begin with. Now you can use like a keyword that they identify with. In my case, I'd put mind coach. This is what they would normally put. If you're targeting, let's say, real estate business, use real estate as a keyword. Say you're targeting manufacturer, just put manufacturer in the chat box. You'll get a lot of the manufacturers, right? I don't think they have a option to put like title. Yeah, there is a title as well. So you can do that. Founder, CEO, all of those things you can do, right? So that's good. Now we have a list of people that we can possibly reach out to. We'll click on next. Now, here is where you can automate your connection request. Now, I recommend only automating the connection request and nothing else. I've been trying and testing a lot of things, and if I get an update, I'll give you the update. But the most important part of LinkedIn is sending the connection request. Once they accept the connection request, the rest of the part, I would suggest you do it manually, because it's important for you to like research a little bit on their profile so that you can have a very, very personalized communication with them, right? That helps them respond to you faster. So what should the connection request look like? So let's do that, right? So it starts with connection flow A, and we'll add a connection note. And what we'll do is we'll create a new template with say demo template. And here we can pretty much use this. Copy and just change first name to first name. Saw your profile and noticed your work with any specific project. Well, we can say noticed your, I can say I read mind coaching in your profile, and whatever niche, let's connect, right? Uh, in the coaching niche, you can also, let's connect as a question mark. That's better. We'll just create a template. Now, the good thing about this particular tool, it gives you like a preview. So that's good. I don't want to add all of this, right? But in mail, you can definitely use. You can use uh, this particular message in the in mail because that's like a pitch message that you anyways sent, right? Demo pitch. And paste this one here. I would say mind coaches. Instead of should I explore, can I send you a quick video on, we have created this lead magnet. This is where the lead magnet comes in. And by the way, before you start this, you need to have the lead magnet ready. That's fine. You can also cite, can I send you a quick video case study on how I gave 10x ROI to a fellow mind coach and created this template. This relevant question mark always gives like a good bit of replies, right? Now it basically goes like this. Venkatraman, we help mind coaches like you to get a steady flow of high ticket clients without wasting money on ads that don't convert. Using a simple ad strategy that focuses on results, not cash flow. Can I send you a quick demo on why, quick video on why this? I can add case studies. Case studies honestly work better. Simply click on next and you can select what timings are you going to use to send to the people, the messages to people, and it'll send the messages in their time zone only. So that's really good. So if you're sending it to a US mind coach, then it'll go in US time zone, Pacific, Eastern, Central, totally like that, right? So it's a really, really good example. And once you click on next, it'll give you like a preview of the whole thing. And finally, if you click on next and publish, this campaign will get published. But all in all, this is a pretty cool way to get clients. As you can see, we have viewed a lot of profiles, have sent a lot of invites, and 8 people have replied back. Like, come on, that's pretty decent. In emails, we barely get 1% response rate. Here we're getting close to 10, right? So yeah, that's about it. This is my hopefully short and simple tutorial on how I use LinkedIn with AI to automate my lead generation and my personal brand, or semi-automate this, whatever you can call it. And if you have gotten value from this lesson, comment what you feel about it and what are the particular topics that you want to learn in the future so that I can create more videos on the same. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next video.